the wiring now out of the way, it's time to look at this stuff and connect the heating pipes for what's going to be the radiator for the bedroom up to the heating main pipes so that I can close the floor. As in the ensuite bathroom, I'm using these flexible hose pipes, and I've actually had a comment on one of my videos, probably the first ever, voicing some concern over using these, kind of saying that the hot water is going to wear the rubber out and then making it leak. Now, when I ordered these, I've done research to see what they were intended for, and this one is for hot and cold water for kitchen tap, as well as also intended for heating systems. And the temperature and pressure ranges here are maximum of 90 degrees Celsius, which we will never achieve because we have a 65 degree maximum setting on our boiler and a maximum of 10 bar pressure. Again, we'll never get anywhere near that because we run at 2 bar max, I think. I know. So we should be well within the parameters given, and this is intended for use in a heating system, so I think I'll be okay. And if something does happen and one of these hose pipes does become leaky, and I guess I'll just have to open this up and open the ceiling up from below so that I can unscrew this here, this one behind the radiator, and we'll then be able to just swap it out for something else. So it's not like if something does become leaky, of course I hope it won't, it's posing a problem that can't be solved. Of course it's going to suck if it does, but still it can be solved, and I'm pretty confident that these hose pipes will actually be okay. Now, another potential concern with these could be that because they're so thin, the throughput or the flow wouldn't be very high, wouldn't be very substantial, but like even with an actual half-inch pipe connected to these, this is constricting the flow anyway. So that is pretty much the same diameter as that. So of course, in my limited experience with actual plumbing and heating systems, I could be drawing a completely wrong conclusion here, but that's constricting the flow anyway, that small opening. So I don't really see any potential issues coming from having the pipe or the hose pretty much in the same interior diameter as the hole or bore or whatever this is called. As said before, I'm pretty confident going with this solution. Now, in order to get this done, I want to have my T's, my reducing T's, somewhere here, because these hose pipes aren't terribly long to fit here. Also, these are, I don't know, some plastic shark bite fittings, and I can't use them with half-inch threaded connections, so they'll have to go with this one definitely, because where it is wedged between joists, it will be pretty impossible to run this there, somehow bend it into fit right there. So what I'll do, I'll take these out, this whole pipe up to that point. Actually, it's great because I can use this pipe, just cut it here and replace that section where it tees off. Right there. So the only thing that I really need to replace is this bit that runs from here, from this reducing T to where I want to put in my own connection, and then the same reversed on the other side. So it should be a simple enough job, I suppose. So the only thing I'll have to do at the moment is to turn the heating off, gently open one of these and drain the water that's in there without the pressure It shouldn't be too much of a mess, and then get on with replacing the pipes. Something simple I can already do at this stage is to just cap these off. With these heating stop ends plugs, have a nice 1/2 inch thread and a rubber washer or O-ring to make a seal. These also have washers in there, so that should keep the water in until the radiator is installed. Right. This can definitely be reused. I'll start with this one. Nope. I need a pipe wrench. I'm just putting on this end cap for now, just because otherwise the whole bathroom radiator will drain through this pipe here, and there's no need for that. And now snap this bit of pipe off here. I don't really care about the shark bite fittings because I think after one use they're pretty much done. But these ones here, those compression fittings, those I can very much reuse. I might even hold on to the pipe. Little odds and ends. You never know when you need them. Yeah, so this is a reducing T, or 3/4 inch to 1/2 inch. Of course, the 1/2 inch nut and olive, this stuff here, I don't need because it's just going to connect like so. A bit of pipe cut off lying around somewhere, and it pretty much bridges the gap that I may have. And because this is the supply pipe and my supply side on my H block is on the right hand side, I'm going to cut this pipe back just a little bit more so that the supply pipe here can sit there and the return can sit there. That makes sense, at least in my head. Now once again I'm crimping down on this just to lock the olive in place, not too tight. That should do it. for the other side. So the first one is in. The supply pipe. Time to get the reflow done. Just want to get an idea where to make the cut. It's coming out to there. So we want to cut about there. Now, doing this without having a bucket nearby is a dumb idea. Putting a half-full bucket down there and splashing water all over the place is also a pretty dumb idea, but anyway. We have separation. Keep a towel handy just to mop up any spillages. This pipe stays in. Oh yeah, that's the one that comes out. The pipes are sort of fixed now. It's time to start looking at fixing the radiator to the wall. That's it over here. And because of the way it's built, I think I have to measure everything starting from these pipe connections corresponding to those two holes there in the wall. So the distance from here to there, it's going to be my bottom line, and then I'll be measuring up from here to there. That's the simplest way. I could also go straight to the bracket, but I want to go to the top edge first and then measure down from there to the bottom edge of this bracket. Here's what it looks like. So there's my, I guess, top line for these two holes here for the pipe connections. 5 centimeters up for the bottom edge of the radiator, and then 1.6 meters up to here, and then 6 centimeters down. So this is where the two brackets would sit in. That's the radiator hanging off its top two brackets. So that is sitting nicely there. It's plumb right in the middle. The pipe connections line up, so there won't be any issues there. What we'll have to do now is take that back off, fit the bottom two brackets, and test fit again, and then take this off to just give this already a nice wide paint job. Now, this is the H block, and I've connected this up to the flexible supply hose pipes there. So now, just have to screw on these end caps for those bottom or feed-ins at the bottom, because I'm not going to be using them since my supply is coming out of the wall. So I'm using this as a corner valve. Just screw those on there, and the hand tight should be enough since they have these rubber washers in there that are making the seal. So now all I should have to do, theoretically, now to tighten this, once again I'm using a pipe wrench that has these little protective plastic pieces there. That is a tool specifically for tightening bits like this that metal tools would damage and scratch. I don't want to over tighten any of this. There are rubber seals in there that should do the job of keeping this watertight. I'm just tightening these as much as I can without using any great amount of force. And I think I'm there now. So I'll leave this H block alone for the moment and shift my attention over there to run in the heating pipes for the bathroom. Right, let's see here. So this bathroom door is opening out to about there. I've already marked this spot, so that's where the door comes to. So whatever radiator I'm going to fit in, but I know which radiator I'm going to fit in, again because it's already sitting downstairs. It can't be anywhere behind the door. So I'm just going to measure the distance from the far wall there to this spot, which is 290. So 2 meters 90 centimeters divided by 2 is 145. So now I'm going to mark 145 because that then gives me the center between the far wall and the line that the door opens to. 145 is about, yeah, it's about there. It looks right to me. So that's my 145. I'm just going to label this 145, and that now is the center line that I'm going to go from to position the radiator. The radiator itself is 178. So 178, that leaves me with 89 centimeters to each side. Measuring from here, 89, 89, 90, 89 is about there. So my radiator would come out to about here. So just to about there. That's where my radiator would come out to. So my fixtures, or the wall, I guess wall elbows, would sit in somewhere here. And that's kind of what I had eyeballed before, that I would have to run up the pipes into this stud center here. Okay, so now I'm going to get my drill, 2 holes here for the supply and return, 2 holes there, 2 holes there, running some pipes, put on stop ends, connect it up to the main heating pipes, and that should see this part of the job done. Okay, well that went easier than I thought. I guess now The second one right next to it, well, yeah, it's the logical choice. A bit there. Okay. I think before I make any more holes, I'm just going to get the PEX pipes that I intend to run through there. Just feed them through these holes and just kind of see which way they bend best, because that'll then inform where I'm going to put the next holes through these supports here. Now, thankfully this stuff is really quite flexible and malleable. But I probably would need to cap it off a bit there. So that should. I probably want to run the first hole there through the belly of that support. I'm going to do it about there. Oh, this really is a good drill bit. And the next one, about there. Okay. All right. I'm going to put a compression fitting on that and hook it up. Sweet. Yep. Okay. So some PDF E-tape around the olive there, just to improve that seal a little bit. I suck at working with PDF E-tape. I always manage to get it tangled up somehow. Although this time doesn't seem too bad. Oh, there it goes now. Still, just wrap it all around that. Jam it back into my reducing tea. Actually, tighten that nut. Now the bathroom radiator is about 40 centimeters wide, or once I've put it on its side, 40 centimeters high. And I wanted to finish about here, which is, well, it's a good height for me. So about there, 40 centimeters down. 40 centimeters down from here. So this really is the range that I'm looking at. So if I terminate this pipe somewhere around here, that should give me plenty of wiggle room. Snip that pipe off there. Put a stop end on it. So that's one pipe stoppered, and then I'm just going to do the same for the second. Then I should be able to turn the heating back on, just to test that this is all watertight and nothing's leaking. But because I do not have footage of me doing up the second pipe, nor of me turning the water back on, I'm just going to finish the video here with some footage of a kitten having an absolute ball on the hallway tiles.